Hello everyone, and welcome to the Omindfulness online shared meditation. Thank you for being here. We're a little bit later than usual today due to unforeseen circumstances. I was down in Cannes where there has been some serious flooding and the signal is not yet strong enough. So I wasn't able to broadcast from there, but I'm able to broadcast from home. So today, a guided meditation of the breath and a few words on direct experience. And that is, how do we experience life directly? And what is the difference between that and living life conceptually? So living life directly is feeling life through our senses. And a conceptual way of living is really through our analysis and our head. The head making comparisons. So we might get a sense of this as we meditate. What are we actually feeling in the moment? This touch of the cushion, the trousers, the air, and what is our intellectual analysis of it? You know, the head might say, oh yes, I'm here and I'm feeling my body. And the actual senses in the body might be something different. Maybe we're there, but we're also distracted. So we'll tease this apart later. And I invite you to remember that it's all about being really kind and interested and as sort of open-hearted as you can be. So putting aside the desire for everything to be perfect or to get it right, and allowing ourselves to be friendly towards ourselves and towards the practice. So the fact that you're here, you can give yourself a pat on the back, and regular meditation is good for us. So sitting in a dignified posture with the phone off, and the intention to be kind and compassionate with ourselves. We close our eyes for 10 minutes mindfulness of the breath. Coming into the moment by feeling the body sitting. That means connecting with our sense, mostly of touch. And we explore how it feels to be sitting on our chair, on our cushion. And what are those particular physical feelings right now? Which parts can we feel more clearly than others? Can we sense the body rather than think about it? And I use words to guide you towards the warmth, the tingling, the numbness, the nothing at all. And yet it's not with words that you feel these things. The words are signposts. And we have the opportunity to follow those indications, and actually feel the body sitting. Perhaps coming home to the self and the moment by exploring the sense of touch, the feeling of our feet on the floor, the feeling of our backside on the cushion. Connecting with the body in this way gives us a direct experience of sitting. We can feel it rather than simply telling ourselves, yes, I'm sitting. A concept. So we're here, more or less, letting go of perfection and inviting our attention to the breath. Observing the natural rise and fall and experiencing the breath directly. By noticing perhaps our clothes moving against our skin. Noticing perhaps air in the nostrils. Noticing perhaps the stretch, the release. Bringing the mind back kindly when it wanders. Following each breath as closely as we can. As if this was the only breath. And if we think we know how it feels to breathe, we check it out. Does it actually feel like that? And each breath is unique. And we can pick up the subtle sensations, the slight differences between breaths. And can we feel the breath with the sound of the plane. And is our attention on the breath or elsewhere? So feeling the breath moving in the body, the cooler air entering the nostrils, the warmer air flowing out. And no matter how many times the mind wanders, we bring it back gently. Each time is valuable practice. And we return to the now, to the direct experience of being here, sitting, breathing, and noticing. And just a few more breaths in mindful awareness. Nothing else to do. But allow ourselves to enjoy a state of being with ourselves, being with the breath, being with this moment and this one. And when we're ready, opening our eyes and feeling that transition too. And you may like a little stretch or yawn. So you may have had a glimpse of what is a direct experience of now and what is a conceptual experience of now. Feeling the body on the cushion, feeling the breath entering and leaving the lungs, observing the thoughts that come and go, and perhaps noticing our emotions of the moment. That's all direct. If we slip into, oh yes, I'm sitting and meditating, then that's a concept, and it's less exact than the real event. And it's useful to be able to have concepts and to compare and analyze. And at the same time, we need to be careful as to when we use that and how much we rely on that as our source of information. We might find ourselves saying, oh yes, hi, I'm fine, I'm good. And maybe we are, maybe we're actually in a centered state, but we may be feeling all sorts of other things. And while I'm not advocating that you have to tell everybody exactly your direct experience all the time, the risk is that when we tell ourselves, oh yes, I'm fine, when in fact, if we were to sit and notice, there may be all sorts of things going on. There may be hope and peace. There may be some doubt and uncertainty. There may be some sadness, some joy. There's often a whole mixture of emotions going on. and it's the body that tells us what we're feeling. I think we all know how we feel when we're happy and elated. There's warmth and open chest and a lightness, a sense of slow breath perhaps. And when we're stressed, the racing heart, sweaty palms, tense shoulders. So it's the body, it's the actual physical sensations in the body that tell us how we're feeling. And it's actually not the head. The head picks up all those signals from the body and will then tell us how we're feeling. So it's important that we continue to connect with ourselves, with the breath in meditation, and we develop this capacity to have a direct experience of now. And it puts us closer to the truth. The body doesn't tend to lie. The head will make up stories. But once we practice really being with the physical sensations in the body, we develop this capacity to have a direct experience of now, and it enables us to have a mindful, present life. And we use the intellect for what it's good at, which is not necessarily knowing how we're feeling. So thank you for being here. I wish you a mindful week and plenty of direct experience. There's lots of pleasure to be had when we're really smelling the coffee. And it's like another language. And it can inform us and help us and fill out the gaps left by the intellect. Looking forward to seeing you again soon for another online meditation. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.